let's take the Apple Watch off. Hi guys, so today I'm going to be filming a favorites video. It's kind of like my favorites of 2017, I guess, but there's some stuff in here that I just kind of started using towards the end of the year. So I guess you could say it's like my favorites of 2017. I don't really know what I'm going to call it yet, but yeah, I just wanted to share all of this stuff with you guys, and I really wanted to sit down and be able to do a video where I can like actually talk and not just sit there and do my makeup. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I kind of have a lot of things. I'm gonna get started with skincare and just like face stuff. This has definitely been one of my favorites for so long, and I'm sure there's been so many people that have talked about it before, but it's definitely still one of my favorites, and I've tried to use other stuff, but this one's definitely like on the top of my list. It is the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. I originally started using this, I think it was like last year in like 2017 when Manny MUA started talking about it, and then I bought one, and then I kind of went through that one, and then I kind of forgot about it, and then I bought another one. This one's like brand new. I got this one recently, and I just like remembered how much I love this stuff. I hate taking off my mascara for some reason, whether it's like waterproof or it's not waterproof. I never wear waterproof mascara, but like though my mascara isn't waterproof, like I hate taking it off, especially with my makeup wipes. I just feel like it's so harsh on my eye, and it's just really annoying. I feel like it just takes a while of me sitting there kind of rubbing my eye, and it just like doesn't feel good. It feels like I'm literally just rubbing the shit out of my eye. So this stuff does a really good job at just melting everything, and yeah, I really like this stuff, and I believe that it's only like 27, so it's really not that bad, and it lasted me a really long time. So my next favorite, I believe it's like skincare, yeah, it's going to be, I have a really like mini one. I've gone through like 3 different samples of like just the same thing, because I bought a little kit and it had one in it, and then I got a sample at work, and then I got a new sample of the different one that they just made. So it is the Clinique Moisture Surge Moisturizer. This stuff is like so nice. I put it on at night. Sometimes I do it in the morning, but it doesn't have SPF in it, so I like it for a good nighttime moisturizer. And my skin has always been oily, but recently, like the past 2 months, my skin has been super dry in like my T-zone, and I'll kind of like get dry, kind of like flakes. It's kind of gross. Like I've never had dry skin before, ever. My skin has been oily like my whole life. So when it started happening, I was just like, oh, like maybe my skin's just dry, I'm over exfoliating, I don't know. But it's been a thing now, and my skin is like dry. I still get oily obviously, but it's not as bad as it was before. I know that a lot of people, like it happens to a lot of people, you go through like different stages of like your skin being one way, and then it changes to like a different skin type. So I think that's kind of what's happening with mine. It reminds me of the Tatcha water cream almost. It's kind of like a gel. It feels like a gel. It's super hydrating, and what I love about it is that once it dries down, it is like not oily. It soaks all, like my skin soaks it all up, and it just feels super hydrating on my skin. So this one is the original Little Moisture Surge, and they have a new one coming out. It's the 72-hour Moisture Surge. That one's a lot more hydrating, and it keeps your skin like hydrated for a lot longer, because I know some people's skin can be super dry. It'll soak it all in, and then like they'll feel like they need to put more on. So the other one's supposed to be a lot more hydrating, and I'm really excited about that. I have a little sample of it, so I'm going to try that once I'm out of this guy. So my next favorite is actually a spot treatment. I have 2 different ones. I feel like they're honestly like kind of the same thing. So for a long time I was using the Mario Badescu drying lotion that like everybody and their mom uses, and I don't know, that was all I knew. So like I didn't really think anything of it. I would just put it on like I put it on at night. It definitely did a good job at like drying them down, but as for kind of like getting rid of them, it didn't do so much, and I just didn't think anything of it. Like I said, that's all I knew for like spot treatment, so I was just like, okay, like I'm gonna keep using this. But then I heard a lot of things about the Origins Super Spot Remover. This guy's like super tiny, and this one is basically an acne gel salicylic acid. So I started using this one. It's like a clear gel, and I just dot it on like my face, wherever. And what's really nice about this one is that sometimes I definitely put it on at night with like my skin routine, and then sometimes I'll do it like under my makeup if it's like super big or like it's just really bugging me. I'll do it under my makeup, which I like because it's clear and it's not like that drying gel. But then I tried the Clinique Acne Solutions clearing gel, and I found that it's kind of, I think it's basically the same thing. This one's also a salicylic acid acne medication. They feel the exact same. They're both like clear gels, and they both work pretty much the same. I'm not sure which one's cheaper. This guy is just a little sample that I got, and then this one is like the actual size of it, and I believe that this one's like, I want to say it's the same price as the Mario Badescu one. It's around like $17. But yeah, these ones work a lot better than that one. They definitely do a better job at actually getting rid of the like pimple, whereas the other one was just really drying. And I think the other one was mainly had the alcohol in it to dry it out, where this one is like salicylic acid that's gonna actually treat the pimple. So I definitely recommend these ones. They have helped so much. Like when I get a pimple, I'll put it on there and it's literally gone by like the next day or like within the next couple days. So this next one is a foundation. It is the Fenty Beauty foundation. I love this stuff, and I feel like with this foundation there's definitely either you hate it or you love it. Like there's really no in between, and I love this stuff. I have had very oily skin, so it's definitely a matte finish, so that's what I like about it. It keeps me matte. Like I said, I've been a little bit more dry lately, but with my moisturizer and putting on the right primers and stuff, it's goes on my skin really nicely anyways, and it doesn't really get flaky. But yeah, I don't know, it works super well for me. It's definitely a medium coverage, and it's very buildable. I do about 3 pumps, and I've had it for a while, and I still have like a good amount. It definitely does oxidize, so I went a shade lighter. When I actually went and bought it, it was the only one that was there, and there was like so many girls. It was when the foundation like first came out. There were so many girls there, and everybody was like looking at all the stuff, and like you could barely even get through to like look at anything or like feel it or anything. So this was like one of the only foundations left. It was literally this one sitting there by itself, and then there was like foundations way at the end that like I knew there was no way that they were gonna match me. There was like 2 on the very end, and this one was just sitting there, and I grabbed it. I didn't even know if it was my color. I grabbed the tester and I kind of walked away, tested it, and it was like the perfect color for me. So yeah, this one's in the shade 220. Yeah, I think that's what it is, 220. But yeah, I really love this stuff. It works super well with like my setting powders, and just, I don't know, it works really good for me. I know some people hate it, some people love it, but I definitely love it. And if you have more oily skin, I would definitely recommend it. This next one is something that I got recently. It's been kind of, I think it's been like a month since I got it. I got it for Christmas, so it hasn't even really been a month, but I can already say that it's one of my favorites. It is the Chanel Universal, oh my gosh, it's not closed all the way. It is the Chanel setting powder. I got this for Christmas, and I honestly didn't even ask for it, and I was really surprised when I saw it when my mom gave it to me. I was like, wow, like good job, because I have been wanting this, but I never really thought about it. Like, I've heard some good things about it, and I was thinking about getting it, but I didn't even think to like ask for it for Christmas. And my mom was like, yeah, I just picked it out, I thought you would like it. So she's always really good with getting me gifts. Like if I don't ask for anything, she knows like exactly what to get me. So shout out to her for this, because it works so well. The first time I put it on, I literally ran in the kitchen and I was like, look at my skin, like I look like my skin. It literally just makes your skin look flawless. It doesn't give you any flashback. It's great for baking or just setting all over your face. Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. It's super fine, so it doesn't feel cakey, and it just sets your face so nicely. This next one is another Fenty Beauty product. It is the Mean Money and Hustla Baby Kilowatt Highlighter. So this one's a little highlighter duo. The one in here that's my favorite is the one that like I'm literally almost out of, which is Hustla Baby. And they're literally just so pretty. It's not super like thick and chunky. It's definitely a good buildable highlight. It doesn't look like you have like chunky glitter sort of highlight on your face. And what I hate sometimes with, I was using the Tarte little like a glow palette for so long, and sometimes when I would apply that, I would have like a cast of just like highlight, and it didn't look blended like no matter what I did. And with this one, it just looks so natural. You don't get that like cast of like foundation, like bronzer, and then like a strip of highlight. This one just blends in so nicely, and it's not chunky, and it just looks really nice and natural, but it's definitely buildable. So my next favorite is my Benefit Cabral. This guy is definitely like one of my top. I switch it up sometimes like on how I like to do my eyebrows or what I like to do my eyebrows with. This one's definitely like one of my go-tos. It is basically like a little, it's like the brow pomade from Anastasia, but this one's more of like a cream gel. And what I love about this stuff is it's very natural. It doesn't look super heavy. If you want to wear it by itself, like it doesn't look super heavy at all. And it kind of dries, once you start blending it in, it kind of feels almost like powder. So that's what makes it look really natural about it, and it doesn't really, it just doesn't look heavy. But it's definitely something that you can like build up if you want to have that like big bold brow. And the brush that comes on the tip is actually really nice, and it's actually the brush that I use to fill them in, and it's super skinny and flat, so it's really nice to actually do the little hair strokes in the front if you're trying to go for that like feathery brow, but you don't have that like me. Next one is also a brow product, and it's something that I was always super like skeptical of using, just because I was like, there's no way that products like these actually work and like will actually do something for you. But it is the Benefit Brow Vogue Conditioning Primer. This stuff is meant to kind of give you fuller looking brows in regards of like growing them in. So sometimes say like I totally overplucked on this brow at the top, and I was having to draw that part in for so long. I started using this, and my eyebrows have been like growing in so much more up top, and it's actually really helped. And it also primes your brows to kind of make your product stay on longer, and it's clear. So it has a little rubber tip, and then you just twist it up. The product comes out through the top, and then you just brush it through, and it is clear, so it's not going to dry down like those weird primers that you can put on your brow, and they'll be like white, and they just leave that like kind of like hard, they leave your brows feeling kind of like hard, and like there's that white residue in it if you brush through them. This stuff is clear, and it dries down really nicely. This next one is actually in an empty box because I'm wearing them. It is the Cocoa Lashes in, oh gosh, what is it? It's the Queen Bee Cocoa Lashes. This is just an empty box because I'm wearing them right now. They're super long and wispy, and they're super curly. So this next one isn't necessarily a makeup product, but it's more of like a hygiene product, and it is the Dove Dry Spray deodorant. This one is, I don't know, it doesn't have like, it just says Beauty Finish, which I think might be the scent, but this smells so good, and it's so easy to, like, you don't have to worry about like if you put your clothes on and you have to go in with that stick, like you can literally just like spray it, and like you're good to go, and it smells so good. So those were all of my favorites. I feel like I had a lot more, but I guess not. It felt really short. Yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. My goal is to be consistent and continue to make videos, because I know that sometimes I'll be like, oh my gosh, I have so many ideas, I'm gonna do this, and then I don't follow through with it, and I like completely forget, or I just don't do it. But I've definitely been in like kind of like I haven't really been into doing some like really fun looks, and I just want to come up with ideas that people haven't really done before and just get really creative. So yeah, I don't know, I didn't feel inspired. You know, when you get into those like makeup funks where you like just feel like you're doing the same look over and over again, but you don't know what else to do. Or like I want to make so many videos, but like I just want ideas of new things that people haven't done before. But I definitely want to like break off into other things, not just like makeup and tutorials and stuff. I want to like do vlogs, I want to do story times, I want to do DIYs. Like there's so many things that I want to do. So that's definitely one of my like goals for this year, is to be consistent and to follow through with it. I'm definitely going to try to come up with some cool ideas of just different stuff that I can do. But yeah, I'm really excited. There's like little fuzzies going everywhere and I don't know where they're coming from. They might be from my sweater, but I don't think so. I don't know, it's freaking me out. It's definitely from my sweater. She was green. Okay, let me stop messing with my sweater. So, yeah, I'm gonna post my Instagram down below. I do post a lot on there, I feel like, and I definitely post updates on there, like, if I do post a video. So, I'm definitely gonna start posting on there more frequently and doing, like, outfit of the days and, like, definitely a lot more makeup pictures and try to get more creative and do some fun looks. So, yes, I hope that you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.